Yes, sir. I said, yes, sir. What's the deal, everybody? And welcome to episode 24 of the Leisure Time Podcast with your boy, I'm Mac. You already know the deal. This episode is brought to you by OG's World. Go to ogsworld.com for all your retail and tech needs, man. Special episode for y'all. We back. We got my boy, Overseas Hooper, Wazoo legend, Josh Hawkinson in the building, man. We talking all things hoops plus more. And as always, for easy podcast access and exclusive merch, go to the leisuretimepodcast.com. That's enough talking. The Hawk interview. Let's get it. Hold on. Let me let my boy in there. There you go. Okay. What's up, Hawk?
What's good, bro?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, you got that. You got that Japan Wi-Fi out there, man. You got that high-tech Tony Stark. You
man.
How's everything doing, bro? Man, good to see you, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Good to see you. How you doing?
It's been a minute, bro. I'm good.
Yeah,
good, yeah. Living life, bro. Enjoying hooping overseas.
Amen to that. How's the family doing, man? How's the family?
They're doing good. Yeah, they're still back in Seattle right now. They wanted to visit this year, but because of Corona and stuff. But normally they come. Normally they come and visit like once per season.
So speaking of Corona, man, I know that recently I had to stop play due to COVID. How is that whole just like, I don't know, like that whole just process, you know what I'm saying? Because you just so far into the season, you doing your thing, and all of a sudden it's like something that you can't control just stops you from playing.
Yeah, like we be getting tested every 2 weeks. But yeah, like recently a couple dudes around the league got COVID, and then I think we just played in between one of those 2 week periods where like we didn't get tested. Or in between testing, and someone on the other team caught it, and so basically we just quarantined for 2 weeks. So
that thing real, man.
Yeah, so we just stuck at the crib doing these workouts, trying to just stay ready for these last couple games coming up at the end of the season.
I feel you. You've been on your push-ups, bro. Don't lie. How many push-ups you knocking out, man? How many push-ups you knocking out a day?
I mean, I'll be trying to do like the sets of like 35, 40.
I feel you.
I'm not like you, bro. I'm not like you, man. You be doing 100 at a time.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't never been a big push-up guy. That's probably my problem. I ain't never been the guy that's like, oh, I'm gonna do 100 before I go to sleep. No way, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
So, man, I got a couple hoop questions, man. How you feel about the state of the Washington State program, man? The whole Wazoo program. They had a little buzz this year. Coach Smith come in there doing this thing, recruiting some good players. 14-13 this past year, so a little bit over 500 and just getting that momentum. So, what's your thoughts on the whole Wazoo program right now, bro?
Definitely, Coach Smith has got the program going in the right direction. I think he's the right man for the job. I like how he's including all the analytics and has like specific coaches, assistant coaches, specifically tracking all these different things and the games and practices. And I went back, I couldn't go back last summer. I try to go back every summer and just like meet with the coaches and stay in tune with, everyone in the athletic department and especially on the basketball team. So I couldn't go last summer, but I got to meet him 2 summers ago. And I knew like when I met him, like this dude is for sure the right man for the job. And then just the way he's been recruiting these past couple years has been really impressive. And just to see like, the talent that he's bringing in, is really exciting. I know for a lot of everyone in the Wazoo community, we're all just really excited. So much potential in the next couple of years.
Exactly, man. So much potential. And speaking of just like that central kind of veteran figure that Wazoo tend to always have, I remember when I first came, it was Brock Modem. By the time I left, you and Ike started to become those figures, you know what I'm saying, that central older figure. And I feel like it's this kid, man, Isaac Bonton. I don't know. Did I pronounce that right? Isaac Bonton. I think that's his name. The kid is a flat out baller, man. And I don't know if you really got to watch him play this year, but man, every game I saw Wazoo play, he always showed up in huge ways. You know, if you know, I feel like he's kind of he kind of took that torch that guys like, you know, Brock and you and, you know, guys, Franks, guys like that was seniors, veterans, and he took that role and led the squad. So what you think about him?
Yeah, he's definitely a bucket. I played what was it? Yeah, 2 years ago when I visited, I played like open gym with them in the summers and stuff, and I knew, you know, he was a hooper for sure. Because once CJ left, the reins kind of got, you know, handed down to him, and then he kind of took that over right from when CJ left. So it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, what the new guys are gonna do and who's gonna step up and things like that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So now it's time for the Hawk interview. That's enough for, you know, the Wazoo. You know, we about to talk, bro. It's a combo, right? So,
Yeah.
So Shoreline, Washington, correct? Hometown,
Yes,
Shoreline. How was it growing up in Shoreline? He's I'm in the North End too. I'm not gonna say what city, but I'm in the North End too. So you know the Shoreline, Everett, that whole North End, West Coast, South region. So I know I'm familiar with Shoreline. So how was it growing up in Shoreline, and when did you fall in love with the game of ball, bro?
I mean, I really fell in love with it since I was a kid. Basically, both my parents played in college and professionally. My mom actually hooped at UW, so I grew up, unfortunately, being a UW fan for most of my life. But, yeah, and then just growing up in the Shoreline area, it's for those who don't know much about Shoreline, it's literally like just like the next city north of Seattle, basically, like just 15, 20 minutes north of Seattle. So, I mean, there's like so many good hoopers in the Seattle area.
Oh man,
so, you know. And also, the Seattle basketball community is just so tight knit that like we all hoop together in the summers, and so you know I'm really blessed and fortunate to just be able to be around so many good players, and you know just like Jamal Crawford, you know Spencer Haas, you know people like that, Nate Robb who be coming and working out. We all work out together in the summers, and so you know it's just good to be around those people, and it helps you grow. And then I don't know if you've seen this dude Paulo. He's the next dude up. He's the number one player in the country coming in to go to Duke next year.
From Seattle?
Yeah, from Seattle and O'Day High School. And
O'Day, shout out O'Day.
Yeah, he got a mock draft #1 for next year. Yeah, next year draft.
He's tough. Then he's tough. What's his game like? If you had to compare his game to anybody, what kind of game he has?
Man, bro, he can do it all. He like 6'10", 6'11", strong. Can shoot, can dribble, put it on the floor.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know, man. It's hard to kind of compare him to anyone.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Michael Porter, kind of like that, but like a little stronger, a little built more, you know, and super athletic too. So yeah, yeah, be on the lookout for him, man. Next year, he's the next guy up out of Seattle.
Name, Paulo?
Yeah, Paulo Banchero, BAN.
I gotta get him on the podcast quick. I gotta get him on the podcast quick because pretty soon it'll be 20,000 to get him on the phone. So, man, you spoke of that just culture, like the whole culture in Seattle with just the hoops. Yep. AAU, I know that's a big thing. A lot of kids always want to play AAU. Some kids are getting scholarships just off of AAU. So, were you heavily involved in the whole AAU circuit growing up, and how did that help your skills?
Yeah. So I was with like the main predominant AAU teams in Seattle are like Friends of Hoop, Rotary, and at least when I was there, in Emerald City. Those were kind of the main ones in Seattle. I ran with some dudes from the North End called Hoopaholics. So, but yeah, like you're talking about, there's so much good competition, and like when I was, my class was Zach Levine. So Zach Levine was in class of 2013 coming out of high school.
Right? Bothell High?
Yeah, he went to Bothell, which is like probably like 20 minutes north of me. Yep. So yeah, just a little, yeah. So, you know, we grew up playing against each other, and just that competition in the AAU is always, you know, so much fun. It's so much different than high school basketball because like you have all your homies playing together, and you know, going to travel and go everywhere, playing against all these good teams, good competition. That's like our season basically. Like I know for football, you don't really have like AAU or things like that. y'all get recruited based off like strictly like high school basketball, you know.
Well, in LA at least, I don't know how big it is in Washington. Starting to get big. We used to have like little 7-on-7 tournaments, 7-on-7. So that was kind of a big thing growing up. Going to different school 7-on-7.
Yeah, I'm not sure how big it is out here, but
at least it rains too much for a goddamn spring ball.
That's true too. Yeah, but basically our season, like where we get noticed was from AAU. People weren't really like coming to our games in high school unless like they were like local colleges. So, but you know, you go to Vegas, especially all those major tournaments. That's where you were really getting noticed.
Mm-hmm. So, mom and dad were hoopers too, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm assuming that you got your height from them.
Yeah, my dad's 7, my mom's 5'11". So
that's so cool, man. Mom is a Husky, right?
Yeah, she went to UW, man.
Oh man, so how did she feel about you going to Wazoo?
Man, she didn't like it at first. She wasn't wearing no Coug gear in the first couple years. She would wear like crimson, but so she wear the color at first, but she wouldn't wear like Coug gear.
Logo.
You know?
Yeah, the logo.
And like the last couple years, especially my junior and senior year, she was fully decked out in the Coug gear. We got her transitioned over.
Oh yeah, guys to man. So Shorewood High School, balled out there your junior and senior year. I believe junior year 18 points, 10 rebounds. Senior year 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks. How was it balling at Shorewood? Because I know that Shorewood is in the same conference, I want to say, as like Meadowdale, as Edmonds Woodway, Linwood, right? Am I safe to say that, right?
Yeah.
So how was that competition like just at that school, balling there?
I mean, we were in the West Coast Conference, right? And so, everyone knows like in Seattle, like the best conference is like the Metro League. That's like the inner city Seattle league, whatever. So West Coast is like the Western Conference, northern, like more northern schools, you would say.
Yeah.
So like the competition wasn't like as good, but there's still like each team, obviously had some hoopers. My boy, Junior Chibagawu was at Shorecrest, which was our rival, and he played at Seattle U for 4 years. We had a lot of Brett Kingma was at Jackson, and Kingma, he went all around. He was at Oregon first, then transferred to Wazoo, and ended up at West Washington. And he was a bucket, bro. I'm telling you, he was one of the biggest buckets I've had. A strap.
Was he a wing, guard, big man?
Or a little probably 6'1", 6'2" white dude, but he legitimately pull up from half court, bro. I promise you.
He was there on some Curry shit. He just didn't have a handle then, probably.
He had a little enough. It wasn't Steph level, obviously, but he had a strap for sure.
He can get it off though. Basically, the shot. That's what I always say. Like a lot of people say we at a gym or something, they be shooting. And then we making it because, nobody's sticking them. But are you going to hit that shit in the game, too? With that.
Nah, he had I'm pretty sure my freshman year, he had 43 against us. Yeah, he went crazy.
That's great. Where he at now? Is he still hooping?
Nah. He quit hooping. He ended up at Western. But, yeah, he was good for sure.
Man, that's dope, man. So, after dominating high school, you decide to go to Wazoo. Was Wazoo always the first choice? Was there any other schools in the Hawk sweepstakes?
I mean, I always wanted to play in the Pac-12 and just try to, just be at that highest level. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be too far away from home, but I also wanted, to challenge myself. So. I mean, there was a lot of right off the bat, just a lot of local schools, lower level, Big West, those type of schools that were recruiting me. And then I started getting attention from some Pac-12 schools, and Wazoo was the first Pac-12 school to offer me. Stanford and Cal were looking at me, and they kind of said to me "You're our second choice" type of thing. We're offering this dude, and then if he doesn't accept, then we'll offer you. And to me, I was nah, that's not cool, bro. I don't want to be somebody's second choice. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But Wazoo showed lots of love. They showed a lot of interest in me, and then when I went and took my visit there, I just fell in love with Pullman and the people, the community, and just like that culture at Wazoo. It's so hard to explain who didn't like go there. Like they're like Wazoo, like why would you want to go to Pullman? But like, bro, it's different, man.
It's lit. Wazoo's wild, man, to say the least. I love being a Coug every minute, every moment. We grew up there. It was fun. So freshman year come around and you don't get that instant PT. You feel me? Wazoo always it tend to happen like that at Wazoo. You feel like you go to Wazoo, you think you're gonna be a star instantly, and it's like you just don't get that instant PT that you really want that first year. Was that challenging at all for you, or you kind of expected to kind of just like be more of like a bench player that year?
I mean, like as a competitor, I don't feel like anyone really expects I'm gonna come and just be on the bench. You know what I mean? Like you always want to be like the best player or strive to be the best player at least. So coming from being the best player in high school and then have to transition to how you are in, your first year, just learning the ropes, learning the system, being around, guys that are just obviously more bigger and stronger than they were in high school. It's definitely a growing experience. So my first year was tough for me because it was just hard to adjust to everything. I think I put all my focus on basketball, and then when basketball wasn't going good for me, I kind of like let that like bleed into other parts of my life. So like my school wasn't going that good that year. My mom was super worried, like, oh man, like you're not doing good in school, you're not good in basketball. Like,
goddamn Cougs, what y'all doing to my son?
They're going to UW.
Went to UW.
Yeah, nah, but then it kind of all changed. Actually, bro, this is a funny story. My mom, she said, because you remember Northside, the apartments. She told me that if I didn't get my grades up, I was gonna have to do another year in Northside, bro. And I was like, nah, I'm not having that, bro. I'm trying to like move on campus. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it would like Northside went like we had the athlete dorms, or whatever. Yeah. And like it was so
I was in Stripe Pyramid. I didn't get to work. I was in Stripe Pyramid.
I don't think Northside was Northside built when you first came there?
When I first got there, Northside was just like getting built, and then by the time the next year it was built, I only was in Stripe Pyramid, man.
Yeah. So anyway,
man.
You know how it is, like all the athletes around each other, and like it's just like hard to focus sometimes. There's just so much going on, like
So it was so weird. College was so weird when you first get there. Like not weird, like to me, because I was from LA, bro. So when I first got to Pullman, it was just like, what the fuck? Like just the lifestyle, just the at easiness, but still awkwardness you get, and just like being in your own dorm and stuff. It was, I don't know about you. It was kind of like just like, dang, I'm in college now, like real college, not real college shit.
Right. So, but once I moved out, I moved in with Ike, and But originally, man, this is a funny story about Ike. The story Ike told you about when he met me, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Nah. There's another relation to that before that, bro. Right, I hit Ike when we were still like committed or whatever, and I was like, "Yo, like you trying to like room together?" And he wasn't messing with me, bro. He was like, "Hell no." He was like, "Nah, like I'm about to room by myself, bro. Like, nah, I'm cool on that. Like, I'm not trying to room with you." I was like, "Wow, that's crazy, bro." So I ended up rooming with I don't know if you remember John Thompson. He was a wide receiver on the football team.
Yeah, I do. Number 85, John Thompson.
Yes, sir. And then two golf dudes. So like we had like two on one side, two on the other, and there was like a bathroom in between.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So Ike was like, nah, I don't know if I'm messing with this.
Oh, I gave you the cold shoulder early.
Yeah, but then like ever since like we like met and stuff and clicked, like we became best friends. And then after that year, he was like, all right, now we can live together, bro. We gonna move
cool.
Yeah. Move out to
next year, sophomore year, you win Pac-12's most improved player, averaging, I want to say, 14 and 11, second team all Pac-12. What was it? Yep, second team all Pac-12, I believe, or honorable mention, one of those. Goddamn, we got so many accolades, it's hard to keep up with. I was Googling you, I was like, God damn, like, why is he got so much information? Like, How was that year, man? That second year just balling, bro. Just like coming into your own and just dominating the pack like you did.
Well, I think one of the main things that happened was Coach Bone got fired, and we brought in Coach Kent. And Coach Kent basically just let me rock out. Like, he let me hoop. And he took me into his office after my freshman year and was like, yo, like, we want you to have like a bigger role in this team. You know, you need to get in better shape. And so I kind of spent that whole summer just working and grinding. And then being in the lab with Ike all freshman year too, because I wasn't like playing like that. So me and him would just be, you know, in bowler, hooping, just practicing after the games even, just because like me and him didn't play that much. So it was just like that grind process that for that 1 year that, you know, you just got to stay prepared, stay ready for when your opportunity, you know, happens. And he gave me that opportunity and I kind of just took it. That's basically what happened.
What makes you such a good rebounder, bro? Because it's crazy to me. Like, I think basically for your career, you always averaging like double-digit rebounds from like college to pros now. It's like, it's crazy how good of a rebounder are you. So would you credit it more to your size, or would you just credit it more to you just wanting to get the ball more than the other person?
I mean, I'm not – I think, you know, I'm not like the most athletic person, you know what I'm saying? Not the strongest person, but I think a lot of rebounding is just like hustle and like also having like a knack of like where the ball is going to go, you know what I mean? So I think the best rebounders have like an innate sense of like, all right, shooting it from here, it might bounce here. That means the ball is going to land here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just being in the gym, especially being with like other people and other shooters. Like when I shot the ball, like I would like to think I had a better chance of knowing where the ball was going to go than, you know, maybe the other people on other teams. So like just knowing all that has a big factor.
Savvy.
So yeah, like I wasn't really blessed with incredible athleticism as a lot of people in the Pac-12 are, you know, like a lot of power forward centers have, you know, 40-some inch verts and things like that. I didn't have all that, but you know, you just gotta like make up for it somehow. You know what I mean?
Man, bro, you got some ups now though. You gonna see the highlight tape I dropped this week for this episode. Hey man, I know it's gonna be out before this episode drop, but that you got some bodies.
Like just bodies.
So junior year, average a double-double again. Senior year, average a double-double again, finishing second team all Pac-12. Just tell me in general that whole while about your like how your feelings, your whole experiences playing basketball at Washington State and what that like time meant for you as a player, you know?
Yeah. Junior and senior year, just kind of like around the same stats, kind of around like 15 and 11, 15 and 10, something like that. But I love Wazoo so much, and they showed me so much love that I just tried to, you know, do my best that I could basically for those 3 years, or 3 years when I really got to play, you know. So, and then just like the memories, as you know, in Pullman, and just the people.
I saw you out a couple nights. I ain't gonna say much after that, but I saw you out.
Yeah, you already know, man. We have fun, but you know, we tried to hoop too, or do our, you know, respected things. And bro, it's funny because we didn't even call, bro. I don't know if you remember this, but like all the like hoopers and football players and athletes, like we didn't even like call each other by our names, bro. We called, "What's up, superstar?" Like we would always, you know,
always get
all gas, bro. If you see each other, what's up, superstar, man? What you doing, bro? You know
I just like with all this social climate, you know, with everything going on. I'll just imagine we were still at Washington State and this shit was going on. Like I just felt like would have been more.
I wouldn't want to
at that time. But man, hey, shout out to you know, George Floyd, RIP. You know, I ain't gonna say justice was served, but man, thank God that happened. You feel me?
Yeah.
So on to the next question, bro. You talked about Ike a little bit, man. So just tell me a little bit more about like what he means to you as like a brother, as a friend, because like every time I see Ike, I see Hawk. Every time I see Hawk, I see Ike. So just tell me a little bit more about the relationship if you can, man.
Yeah, man. It was my freshman year. We were like the only two like people that they had brought in for that recruiting process. So, just like being with him, around him the entire time, we just kind of like became best friends. And you know how like struggle and things like bring a lot of people together, and like we were like really winning like that. So, we we kind of took it out on like just like always like hooping together after games, after practices, getting the extra shots, things like that. And then just being around each other, it was just like instant bond, instant connection. And we're kind of like from the outside looking in, like exact opposites. Like, I'm a tall like, white dude from Shoreline, and short, like fast, black, athletic dude, right, from SAC. So, you wouldn't think like from the outside that we would like get along very well, but it's been hard, especially these last couple of years, because I haven't seen him. I was trying to see him last summer, but it just didn't work out. I saw him 2 summers ago. I went to South, he's fan, but
y'all be balling. Y'all are real. Y'all are true hoopers. Like I tell everybody, like y'all two are the definition of hoopers, bro. Like I respect that so much, man. It's so just like admirable. Like, bro, I admire that. Like y'all really just hoopers, bro. Like that's what y'all do.
Man, people don't understand like the overseas grind and just like stuff.
I played in the CFL, so it's like you feel me. So it's not as far as like Japan, like where you playing at, or some of the places I has played, but it's just like still you're not at home playing, so it's kind of like it's like a kind of awkwardness at first, just like college kind of awkwardness, and then eventually it's like, man, this place is dope. Like I like this place, So, because like speaking on that, it's just like I truly felt that you should have just had an NBA. Like I feel like you should have been drafted, bro. Like me, like I used to come to your games, see you play, bro, and it was just like, man, this guy Hawk, like he for sure getting drafted. So how is it like your how was the start of your pro process? Like after you left Wazoo, like did you get a shot at all? Like how did did you automatically go to overseas? So how did that happen? How did that work?
So after my senior year, I went to I played in the Reese's College All-Star game at the Final Four. That was in Phoenix that year. And then I went to this tournament called the Portsmouth Invitational Tournament, which is like for like the best seniors. They like have teams and all play against each other, and like every NBA team's there. And then after that, I went down to LA. I was working out like with my agent and stuff like that. All the guys who were like trying to get drafted. And I had a couple workouts with NBA teams. I think, who was it? I can't remember all of them, but the ones I remember were the Lakers, Clippers, and the Hawks were the 3 I remember. But yeah, I had those 3, and then the draft came. I didn't end up getting drafted. And then from there, it was just like talking with my agent, like figuring out like the best fit, like whether I wanted to like grind in the G League and things like that, or if I wanted to go overseas route, and then like where I wanted to go overseas. So like it's it's a hard decision, bro, because the G isn't for everyone, honestly. Like for people like me, like who I would like to think I'm kind of like a team player, like I'm with things like that, like we're gonna run the plays, things like that. Cool with that. But the G is more like it's every man for himself, like ISO, like just a ton of athleticism and things like that. So like upon talking with that and my agent, and just like the money in the G is just terrible, bro. So
I'm already knowing. I heard the stories, man.
So like unless like you can get that 2-way contract or get like a guaranteed deal in the league, then like it's tough, bro. So I decided to go the overseas route, and then I had a workout with in LA where a bunch of Japanese teams came and watched me, and then this one team from Nagoya liked me, and I talked to them. I talked to their GM and their translator. And from there, I was like, yo, like, it seems like a good situation for me. And so I ended up signing to go there and spent the last 3 years there. And then now I'm on my 4th year. I'm on a different team now. But
the Toyotsu Fighting Eagles?
That's right. Yes,
So it's
sir.
the Eagles. So how was it playing with them, man? Because I know that you balled out with them. Something crazy. I was in your last year. I want to say with them, you averaged something like 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Your last year with them. So how was it playing with them? And how is it playing now with the Shinshu?
Shinshu.
Shinshu, Brave Boy. I feel like I'll be doing this sometimes because I watch a lot of Naruto, but I guess not, man.
Nah, man. So I love my time in Nagoya. I had a great time there.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people there that I consider like my family overseas. So I met like so many good people, and I love the city, and so I have so many great memories there. And it was hard to leave there, honestly. But they're a second division team, and so they're like always at the top of the second division, right?
Yeah.
And then the team I'm on now, Shinshu, they're in the first division now. So I wanted to, keep like leveling up and getting, better and better competition, things like that. So I made the move to go to the first division this past year. It was tough decision. The city's like a little smaller and stuff, but it's still a great place and a lot of good people and nice fans too. So they show me a lot of love out here. So I'm liking it.
So I know a lot of people that made a lot of money overseas and didn't ever want to go back to the NBA. Like they didn't even care about going to the NBA because they was just living their best lives overseas, man. And it's super dope doing that.
Yeah.
Do you still have NBA aspirations? Like, or the reason why you leveling up and going up higher in the overseas is to one day get back into the NBA or get to the NBA?
Yeah, if the opportunity ever arose, then yeah, but like kind of given the circumstances of like Corona and things like that, for the past year, year or two, I've been wanting to play in the summer league, but that hasn't happened. Yeah. So the kind of opportunities to get back in are kind of limited right now, I would say, unless I fully went back to like the G League. But even the G League had that condensed league in in Orlando, I think, in the bubble.
The bubble.
So, like even that doesn't really like make sense for me like right at this moment. So just for now, I've just been focused on this season and finishing strong, and then kind of at the end of the year, we just have the meeting with teams and my agent and just kind of see, from there what opportunities will arise. You know what I'm saying?
That's so dope, man. Hey, man, I'm proud of you, bro. I just want to say that, before we get into like the ending question, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Your work ethic, your charisma, your personality, bro. You're just an ideal person, bro. And I'm really happy that you're doing your thing in Japan, man. Like, you feel me? You the Hawk, man. I know they loving you out there. I know they love because you goofy, man. You be cracking jokes and, so I know they love you out there, man. So just keep soaking that all in, man. For real, man. You living the dream, bro. Don't let nobody tell you you're not. Trust me, you is, man.
Sir, appreciate
kudos to you, bro. So now, man, we got quick hitters, man. Big man, you modeled your game after. Like, what big man or what player did you model your game after?
K-Love or Dirk.
K-Love or Dirk. Why did you model your game based on those two players? Like, other than because they're both white too, and you're white. Other than that, just so don't say that, okay? But other than that, why did you model your game?
Because K-Love, he's a great rebounder, can play inside and out, shoots really well, and then obviously Dirk, I had his poster on my wall, like the fat head or whatever, when I was a kid. Just like him being able to stretch the floor and shoot, he really revolutionized kind of the game in terms of how big man can stretch the floor and hit threes. So yeah, I really like those two players.
Top 5 bigs all time.
Oh, top 5 bigs. No order.
No order.
Shaq, Kareem, Wilt.
Nigga ain't never seen Kareem or Wilt play. I'm just saying.
You're going based off.
No, but his story, yeah, I mean, Shaq, Kareem, Wilt, all Lakers. I'm a Laker fan, so I'm loving it so much right now.
Tim Duncan. Wait, are we including fours too?
Bigs, any bigs, whatever bigs you consider big. The position stuff is dead in basketball.
And Bill Russell, that's
Bill
5.
Russell, that's cool. Yeah, the position stuff is dead in basketball now. It's either your guard, your wing, or your big. Like I just feel like that's how it is in basketball now because I'm not saying the era of a true 4 and a true one and a true, because them stable true positions, the Duncans, the Chris Pauls in a sense, like the John Stocktons, like that's good. Like now it's about running up and down, shooting threes, and getting to the basket. What you do well. So NFL teams, if you're watching this, Hawk.
No.
All right, LeBron, MJ, Kobe, rank them 1 to 3.
Ooh, that order: LeBron, MJ, Kobe.
LeBron. So what makes LeBron the best player ever to you?
Just because, man, he can do everything, bro. I think I'm on the LeBron train. I've been on the LeBron train for a while. So
how did you feel when Dirk beat LeBron then?
Oh man,
Sips tea.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one for me, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was the one where he for sure messed that one up. But the other ones, I can live with all the other ones. The other times he lost in the finals. But
he played. Jordan literally never had to play super teams like him. Like he had to play like Kawhi, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, then Steph, KD, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Yeah. Like get him at now KD, just James Harden.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Hey man, I don't know if he can figure out some way to get this one there, bro. There's no way that you can't say LeBron. Yeah. Oh, bro, come on.
So, as a big man, I think you should be happy about the state of the game right now. We actually have 2 front runners for MVPs. That's big mans, Embiid and Joker. So, who's the MVP between those two? Just saying it's those two. Who's the MVP and why?
I don't know. I'm going Embiid, bro. Embiid. I mean, I did see what a Joker had like 47 to 15 like 2 nights ago.
And 9.
Yeah, and 9, man, bro.
He's crazy against the Memphis Grizzlies in OT.
Yeah, bro. But to me, Embiid is like got the most complete game. The thing that sets them apart for me right now, Jokic, he's a better passer, but Embiid is just a much better defender. He can move his feet. He can guard guards if he wants to. Yeah. He can move his feet enough to where he can guard guards on the perimeter. You put Jokic in a pick and roll, I'm sorry, but every guard in the NBA is going by him. I'm sorry. Cool. And then just Embiid is a rim protector too, so and he's strong and physical. So to me, that's the main difference between the two. I think they both can shoot. They're both good passers. I think Embiid's one-on-one bag might be a little deeper.
I feel like Joker is just a bigger Luka.
He's just so crafty, man.
He's super weak. People said I was crazy when I said that. I was like, no, all Joker is Luka Doncic, and Luka was fat. That's all Joker is. Like, I'm not saying that's
players be though, bro. That's how they be overseas, man.
Exactly. They're so crafty, man. I love their game. Man. Last question. Your all-time starting 5.
All-time start like players I would want on my team.
Like players who you want on your team. So say if you was about to go hoop against somebody in Rainier Beach, who you bringing with you?
Hold on, I can bring NBA players or people I know.
Whoever you know, NBA players in Japan, whoever, NBA players, whoever.
Sheesh. All right, man. I gotta go with the homies. I gotta go with the homies for now.
You going to Rainier Beach? Or going to the
gym? All right, so I'm the 4 to 5.
Yeah.
I got Ike at point guard.
All right.
Let's see. I got my boy Josh Scott from Colorado. He hoops out here in Japan with me. He gonna be the 5. Okay. We got Q.
Q is a bucket.
Q at the 2.
Hey, Q was smooth.
And then oh man. All right, man. I can't pick 5, bro. This gonna be tough.
You got to, man. Yeah. So you said I got
Taze at the 3.
Devontae? Okay. That's a smooth 5 right there, man. Why you chose those 5 players?
Just because those are the homies, and I always wanted all of us to play together. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I be talking about this all the time, like getting like some of the people who played or are still playing, like to all play together on one team. Like that'd be so much fun. Like one day, I know it probably won't happen ever, but just to see like how it would be like now.
You never know. Sure, one day you might get married and for your bachelor party. So instead of doing the traditional stuff, like man, we all about to hoop. We about to hoop.
We running threes.
We're running threes all day. It's bad. Man, Josh, man, Hawk, appreciate you stopping by, bro. For real, man. I've been waiting for this interview, and man, I'm not gonna say thank you for COVID, but man, thank you for this time, because if it wasn't for COVID right now, you probably wouldn't be able to do this interview. I know y'all was in the heat of the season, man. So I hope nobody's hurt on your team, man. I'm not praying for COVID or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, man, I appreciate you stopping by for real, bro. It's been an honor.
For sure, bro. Appreciate you having me, man.
All right, buddy. I'm holla. All right. Do you have it, folks? Episode 24 of the Leisure Time Podcast. Shout out my boy Hawk. Hawk. Shout out my boy Hawk, man. As always, go to theleisuretimepodcast.com for easy podcast access and exclusive merch. My dumb man. See ya. Peace.